Room 214. Let's jump back into our math today for this wonderful Wednesday. I talked about this in the reading video, but we are in our brand new packet starting today. And just a couple reminders, if you look at the table of contents of here, you can actually see where it has day 1 with math. And in the reading video, we went over the reading, the writing, and the grammar. In the math video, we're just going to go over the math, okay? So I've noticed that this particular packet doesn't have page numbers at the bottom of it, but I've kind of been counting them as we're going. So this is going to be, if I keep flipping through, just to make sure you guys are ready, it's going to be on page 10 and 11, and it's called the Word Problems Learning Check. So there are 10 problems that you're going to do today, problem solving. And I highlighted something here that says, be sure to show your work. So this is a big deal because you can't just put the answer. I want to see you actually work out these problems. Now, the first 2 I'm going to do with you, and then you guys are going to do the next 3 on this page. And I've highlighted some really important things. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at this first question. Okay. A group of friends had money to spend at the store on summer toys. They bought bags of water balloons and bubbles. Each bag of water balloons cost $2, and each bottle of bubbles cost $1. They purchased 3 bags of water balloons and 5 bottles of bubbles. How much money did they spend? So I went ahead and got this ready for us, and I actually made my water balloons with yellow. I had them yellow, and I knew to draw 3 bags because it said that they purchased 3 bags of water balloons. Now, each bag of water balloons costs $2. So inside each bag, I'm going to need to put $2. Now, this is kind of like our tape diagrams that we do in class, and some of you might have even thought of a multiplication sentence that you could have used. So you could have actually written 3 times 2 equals 6, because 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. So they actually spent, I'm going to put a dollar sign right here, they spent $6 on water balloons. And I can go through here, and again, this isn't my final answer, but you can always put a dollar sign in each of those if that helps your brain. So $6 on water balloons, but I'm not done because now I need to do bubbles. Each bottle of bubbles costs $1. Ooh, that's nice and easy. So I'm just gonna put 1. Move my box. Oh, can't move that side. And I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could have actually just written 1 times 5, because 1 times 5 equals 5. Or 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equals 5. So now what I have to do is I have to add these together. So I have to take $6 plus $5. And what does that equal? How much money did they spend in all? They spent, what did they spend in all? I'm going to change my color here so that it's, they spent 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. $11 in all. Okay, so that's what I can write down for my very first problem. All right, so now let's go ahead and let's look at number 2. And like I said, these take a lot of work to show. So I've started the first couple for you. Now, for number 2, if you've noticed, I've made a tape diagram to help my brain think about this, but let's go ahead and let's read the story. To prepare for swim team tryouts, Leanne swam in the pool. On Monday, she swam for 24 minutes. Look where I put that, Monday, 24 minutes. On Tuesday, she swam for 18 minutes. And on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, she swam for 30 minutes each. How many minutes did Leanne swim this week? All right, so I went ahead and I did Monday for you. Let's go ahead and let's finish doing Tuesday. How much did she do on Tuesday? She did 18 minutes. How much did she do on Wednesday? She did 30. And she did 30 on Thursday and on Friday because it says that she swam on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for 30 minutes each. That's pretty easy there to just go 30, 30, 30. Now the question is, how many minutes did Leanne swim this week? So now I have to do the total. So I came over here and I'm going to go ahead and add 24 and 18 together first. So add 24 and 18 together first. Once I get that answer, then I can add 30 plus 30 plus 30. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to add your 24 and 18 together, get your answer, and then I want you to add your 30 plus 30 plus 30, and I want you to get your answer here, okay? And then you're going to put both of these together to get the total. So I went ahead and I set it up for you, but now you are going to finish adding and finding the total together. Now if you notice, this isn't a ton of space to work, so you can work on the sides here. You can also work in your notebook if you need some extra paper as practice, okay? So you now need to do 3, 4, and 5 all by yourself. Draw a picture just like I did. I drew pictures for all of mine. And then you're going to look at 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I'm going to do number 6 with you on the next page. It's the same idea. You have to show all your work. And let's go ahead and let's look at what I need to do first here. Okay, so there are 6 crackers in each package. If the family brought 7 packages on the road trip and had 4 crackers left over, how many crackers did they eat? So I went ahead and I knew there were 7 packages. So I drew 7. I made a tape diagram and did 7 packages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now there are 6 crackers in each package. So I'm going to put 6 of these in each because that's important to not forget. So now I need to find the total. Now I'm going to use a multiplication sentence because I love multiplication, and I'm going to think about it as being 6 crackers times 7. What is 6 times 7? The total is 42. So there are 42 crackers total. But wait a minute, that's not the answer, because the question says if they had 4 crackers left over. So they ate all of these except 4. Except 4. So when you think about this, you can go a couple ways. You can think, okay, I need to have 4 crackers left over. All right, that makes sense. So I can cross out if I want. So I'm going to show you 2 different ways to do this. Let me get a different color here so it kind of pops. So we don't want this cracker anymore. So there's 6. 6. And then I'm going to eat 6 more. And then I'm going to eat these. Then I'm going to eat these. Because remember, there can only be 4 left over. I ate those. I ate those. Now wait, I can't cross out all of these because if I cross out all 6, then I'm left with 0. I can only have 4 left over. So what is 6, okay, minus 4? Are you thinking about that? 6 minus 4. But I have to also think 4 crackers are left over. 2, right? 6 minus 4 is 2. So I can cross this out, which I'm going to do. But instead of having all 6 left over, there looks like there is 4 because it told me there's 4 crackers left over in here now. I'll put a little 4 right there so I don't forget. So How many crackers did they eat? Well, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 37, 38. They ate 38 crackers. Now, another kind of quicker way to do this, which this is kind of how my brain thought about it at first, is I just went 42 minus 4. What is 42 minus 4? 42, 41, 40, 39, 38. And that means that they ate 38 crackers. So how many crackers did they eat? They ate 38 crackers because there are only 4 crackers left over from those 6 because I know that from right here. All right, so do your best with this, however your brain thinks about finding those answers. I love problem solving because it allows you to draw a picture, think about a multiplication sentence, and really put into practice what we've worked on in class all year. All right, so you have 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you have these next 4 to do by yourself, and you have these next 3 to do by yourself. So really you have 7 problems today. Good luck, everybody. Send me pictures of your completed math work. I want to see your problem solving today. You guys are rock stars. I'll talk to you later. Bye.